the channel itself, like under the April 19th, 23 meeting, it says City of Glover Arizona.
Yeah, click on that link right there, City of Glover Arizona. Yeah.
And
This
then
is the actual.
live, the third tab, home video live.
I don't see you, Eric.
It says live all back here. Usually it pops right up.
Hello, folks. Welcome.
Is Jerry not gonna be here?
Yeah, Teresa's not going to be here, but I believe Mary would be the first to take over. And as far as we know, she's going to be, don't have a Sherry's accepted the invite. Do you need a package? Like a full package?
You sent that, right?
I printed one, Cecil. Do you need?
Sure.
Do you need one? Oh, I mean, no, but she not. Is she? It's not her. Okay.
It's working.
It is? Oh, okay.
This doesn't like me found through these.
Okay.
Dana, we do have a quorum, however, Mary Lowry, Vice Chair, is not in attendance.
All right, very good. If you would like to go ahead and start.
We're still seating people,
And, do I have a volunteer to chair the meeting?
Been a while, but I guess I'll take it.
We have Mr. Dillon here, and he's graciously accepted the invite.
Good, and Shelley, you want to give it maybe another couple minutes, see if we,
Yes.
Let's
Give it to
Justin.
5 after. As far as I know, Mary was gonna be here, so.
The commission is
Okay with 3 more minutes?
That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Comes in after the start.
Yes. If I have been there. Okay. Now you're on the other side. No, that is just your copy, so we can repeat after me if I don't give you a break.
Sorry,
Mr. Warren. Justin, are you able to hear us?
I am. I can hear you all loud and clear.
Okay, we do have a quorum. We
are
are missing our chair and vice chair, but Mr. Dillon, Commissioner Mojica is willing to chair the meeting for us, so whenever the commission and the staff is ready.
Alrighty. Well, it is Wednesday, July 19th, 4 minutes after 6 p.m. We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Ms. Salva, would you like to start with roll call?
Yes, sir, thank you so much. So this is the July 19th Planning and Zoning Commission, and we have Commissioner Cecil Hernandez,
Here.
Commissioner Dylan Mojica, Commissioner Art Warren, and soon to be Commissioner Debbie Cox, and Commissioner Justin Acevedo on Zoom.
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Alrighty, quorum is met. So, first item on tonight's meeting is the administration of the loyalty vote to the newly appointed commissioner, Mrs. Debbie Cox.
In school.
And Globe City Council approved Debbie appointed to the City of Globe Planning and Zoning Commissioner. And Debbie, thank you so much for meeting that need. We really appreciate your participation, and we look forward to working with you. So we have a loyalty oath administered to all of our employees, our council, and all of our and committees. So Debbie, if you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, state your name, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Arizona. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and defend them against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the City of Globe Planning and Zoning Commission according to the best of my ability, so help me God. Thank you. Put you on record. Your phone number goes into all of us. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome aboard. Alrighty, so moving on to item B, public hearing and consideration of a request for a conditional use permit to allow a special purpose fence to exceed the maximum height of 3 feet within the front yard setback of the C3 commercial, central commercial zoning district pursuant to zoning code 14-6-5G at property address 258 South Sutherland Street, assessors parcel number 208-02440, case number UP-23-03. Dana will take it from here.
Yes. Dana?
Excellent, thank you very much. Commissioner Mojica and Planning and Zoning Commissioners, appreciate this opportunity to present this project to you this evening. I'm taking a slightly different format due to timing this week. So we don't have presentations, so I'm going to roll through the exhibits of the staff reports. And I do have obviously access to all our maps and Google Earth and everything else that we might have to get into as needed. So, that said, as Commissioner Mojica presented today's agenda item, is the request for a special fence, which is a unique provision of our zoning code that allows Planning and Zoning Commission the opportunity to consider unique requests that are above and beyond what our code permits. Hopefully you can all see on the screen. This is the finished product. This fence was built without a permit, and then so they're coming back to ask for forgiveness, if you will, and permission to retain. The city's process, I believe, about 2 special fences, and we can touch on those, or what kind of precedents we have established with that after our presentation, should you wish to request that. But here you see that fence there on Sutherland, the historic house behind, retaining wall that tapers from the right side of the street to the left side of the street, slightly downhill there. So on the left side, the highest point of that retaining wall, looks like it's about 24, 30 inches tall. And then here's the applicant's constructed about a 4 foot, maybe 4.5 foot, based on the size of that board's, screen fence, all on top of that. There's a measurement anyway to help us understand that. And then I thought I would show you the prior fence, or I'm sorry, it's the prior fence and elevation of the home before that construction. Now, as you see, it has chain link fence located there previously. So, moving on to the city code, fences and walls. And we'll move on down to item D, fence and wall height measurement. The height of any fence or wall should be calculated as follows. But in required yards abutting a street. So basically any corner lot or a yard abutting a street has a restricted height of 3 feet. Measured from finished grade on the nearest side of the street. So if it's a downhill lot or retaining wall holding the lot down, obviously it would appear much larger from the lot size. But in this case, it's the opposite, where there's a retaining wall to support the pad for the house and the yard. So you measure from the sidewalk, if you will. And that height will be 4.5 feet that the applicant has constructed, plus the 30 inches of retaining wall, so we sit around 24 inches, around 6.5 feet at that highest point, at that left corner that I showed you. And the reason why, if we had an opportunity to do the staff report, and some people wonder why we have a height restriction along our street fronts, particularly in neighborhoods. And again, that's in the front yard setback, which is a 20-foot distance from property line, usually back of the sidewalk to the building. And in that area, the code is intended to keep that area kind of clear and open. And that's not an uncommon code. It's actually very common in most communities I've ever worked in has that code, and I think most communities around the nation have a similar code. And the idea there is to have an open yard, kind of visible appearance and open to the air and light. Everything except setbacks are established to create. So that said, the purpose of that code is to restrict those heights, so we still have that view inside yards. We recognize in certain circumstances we do have the retaining wall situations, and both of our prior cases have a similar scenario to that, but they're having a much more significant situation that we can address. They're all unique, and this is a unique scenario. So part of the application, so that's the code that they're requesting for the relief from. And then item G, what is the avenue that allows us you to consider this? Special purpose fences and walls. The foregoing provision notwithstanding, fences or walls for special purposes and fences or walls differing in construction height or length will be permitted in any zoning district by issuance of the CUP, which is what's before you right now. Such conditional permit may be issued only by written findings that such fence or wall is necessary to protect, buffer, or improve the premises for which the fence or wall is intended and will not detrimentally affect adjacent property. So I did not see in the application a description of those special written findings, if you will, to justify such a fence. I don't know. There probably is a real necessity, be it safety or what have you. But if the commission wishes to approve, staff has identified conditions of approval. One being repair seal, which that retaining wall. There was a large crack that you might have seen in one of the images, and then obviously paint, so it's repaired. I believe they might have already done some of that, but no, it doesn't look like it has been. So we want that entire fence to be treated, and then secondly, repaired, retaining wall repaired and finished in a similar new fashion as the rest of the fence. And then secondly, freestanding fence on top of the retaining wall shall maintain a maximum transparency of 50%, meaning basically it's open, it's a picket, so if it was a 4-inch picket, like I think there's a 2x4s, then you would have a 4-inch gap, 4-inch picket, 4-inch gap, and that provides that openness and that light. And then I also stipulated that, or request, PNZ stipulated, in addition to that 50% openness, a maximum 3-foot height, from the finished grade, or we could say from top of the wall. It looks like there's probably about 6 or 8 inch lip on top of that retaining wall behind the grade. So that's the substance of this request. I would be happy to expound or go into other areas, any questions you might have.
Through the chair. Ms. Cox.
Through in this neighborhood, I think there's a couple of other issues with the retaining walls and so forth that are there also. And there are some that are currently non-compliant, is that correct?
Yes. There's several old retaining walls, that are non-compliant. And then also just keep in mind, when we develop a subdivision or a community like this, you will at times through that subdivision approval process, when you're identifying the lots, you'll have larger retaining walls. As long as they're within that subdivision improvement plan to pad lots, then that's a different process to allow those retaining wall heights.
So what are they physically asking you to do? So, I mean, I understand the general principles of it, but when they're talking about 50% transparency on this thing, what are they asking?
So, the request that's being asked of you from the owner of the property is to approve this fence as it exists, as they built it. When I interpret the zoning code, I look at why do we have such a requirement, well, it's what I just explained. We want to have some openness and some visibility in the front yard. If you're gonna go above 3 feet, you could have a solid 3-foot wall there, that would be fine, perfectly permissible and everything. For instance, if they built out the retaining wall up to a total height of 3 feet, it's completely fine. But when they're asking for the special request, there isn't a specific purpose that they outline, the special purpose that provision identifies. I would ask that we go back to trying to accomplish the intent of the code, which is get some light and air, and visibility into that front yard from the sidewalk, from the roadway there, to have that open, to accomplish some level of openness that the ordinance is intended to create. So they were asking for this approval. I wrote in my staff report a recommendation. Staff recommends commission motion to approve the CUP with these 2 stipulations: repair and seal that retaining wall and clean that retaining wall up. Number 2, let's get openness on that fence, remove some of the pickets there, and not exceed, and then cut it down to not exceed the 3 foot above that wall height that I put from grade height, but we could modify that from the top of wall height if you'd like. So that's staff's recommendation. You are welcome to approve, deny, or approve with conditions that you see fit, and discuss amongst yourselves and ask all the questions you need of staff, or the applicant should be in the audience as well.
I have a question.
What's the normal process when someone wants to put up a wall like this? Are they supposed to run it by somebody, or how are they supposed to know?
That's correct. All fence and walls require a building permit. So they would have come in, we would have explained the code at that time. Instead, we responded to illegal fence built overnight. And now this is the remedy that they're pursuing.
I would say based on my own
The way it currently stands,
well over 50% obfuscated. I would not consider that to be 50% visibility. So my first instinct was exactly that one condition. Condition number 2, that the wall stays and at least provide what would be reasonably interpreted as 50% visibility.
If whole entire house, or is it just on this front area?
I just have exhibits to go off of, And based on the agenda item, it appears that we're talking about the front yard setback, so I think the issue is going to be with the front yard in this case.
Which extends about 20 feet, basically to the building wall. I think that house is close to the 20-footer. Yeah, so it would also include those the sides. The front yard setback spans from sideline line to sideline. So I presume, like was mentioned by Chairman or by Commissioner Mojica, that all returns back to the house. And if the applicant is in the audience, she may be able to provide some further insight.
I think we do have someone that would like to speak, so shall we go ahead and move on to the public
Yes.
hearing?
Yes.
What was now open for public discussion?
Hello, my name is Adrienne, and I'm here to talk about this. The home was, I just want to give you history. The home was vacant for several years, I don't know the exact time frame. With that change in fence, we did measure the gate of the chain link fence was actually is higher than the white fence that's currently there. When we were we were notified from the city that we needed to submit this application or do some modification of the fence that's there now. The code was interpreted that the fence was to be, 3 feet from the grade of the road. So that's why we took that photo of the stem wall that Dina did put up here on the screen. The stem wall on the south side right there is close to 3 feet, which would leave one wood plank fence. The style of the fence is a contemporary type fence. I understand the openness. This particular area has a lot of street traffic, and so we have instances where we've had to contact the police department because they've run into the fence and it's a chain link fence, and some areas of the chain link fence that were already compromised. So it is a popular type fence. I know it doesn't fit the 50% mark, but it had to hold the purpose for us. It was to make it a little bit more cosmetically nicer, and also because the other one is slowing down, and also because of knowing that street traffic that is in that area, to provide a bit more security on that property.
And Mr. Chair, members of the P&Z Commission,
Andrea, can you pull that
mic closer to you? Just if you just aim it out, it's directional as long as it's going in the right direction. And everybody on, you want to take
that mic and pull it
towards. There you go. Just so you're talking towards one. So sorry to interrupt.
That was all I needed to.
I figured privacy is probably a large role as well as security.
Right.
The design of the fence, if you will.
And when we measured the chain link, it was 3.5 feet, and I think Dana says this white fence is 4.5 feet. We measured it right up. So that was really rough estimates based on the phone app I used. I don't know if you have any more questions on that.
I think if there's any more questions, we'll deliberate. But I thank you for doing that. Is there anyone else who would like to speak on this matter?
And Commissioner Mojica, this is a public hearing, so I think unless there's more information from the applicant or questions of staff, you could strike the gavel to open the public hearing and invite the public up to speak.
I do have some questions first, if you don't mind, before we open it to the public. This is Justin. Dana, so as far as this goes for setting precedents, do we have any other precedent examples where we're looking at front yard situations like this where we have approved over a 50% openness in the fencing when it being right on street frontage?
Mr. Acevedo, we are at the point where the floor is open for public comment, so perhaps we could take a second to close that up before getting back into that.
Commissioner Mojica, if I could, did you call to open the public hearing?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Justin, I'll get right back to that.
Right. So yeah, well, let's wrap this up real quick. Ms. Salazar, anything on this?
No.
Okay. It doesn't appear that anyone else would like to speak, so we'll go ahead and close the floor. So the formality, we'll get back to Mr. Acevedo's question.
Thank you, Commissioner Mojica. Commissioner Acevedo, to your question, we approved, I believe we've approved two. One on Maple Drive, which is in the front yard setback. It is a situation where there's actually a 7-foot tall retaining wall. It's at a very safe location on Maple, and that applicant requested a 3-foot picket fence on top of that retaining wall, really primarily for wall protection because it was the wall of a front yard on a remodel. And obviously, with the maximum height of center, it's probably a 3-foot to a 7-foot or 7.5-foot retaining wall. So obviously, we wanted the wall protection. At that time, one of the considerations was, well, and something I've seen in other communities as well, you were to set that upper fence back to create a small planter area, gives you the opportunity to put some green space in there, or something to help soften that abrupt edge or wall along the right of way where people in cars are obviously much lower and not in trucks necessarily, but looking at that fence as well as walking along the sidewalk, you might have a better view. So in that scenario, they did an open picket, and then I think you're very familiar with other fence, which is a unique situation. I think it was more special purpose in that some lots in the community are corner lots and may have very limited in any size setback. So then in that situation, you would have to very much exposed, all your area is exposed at that point if it's held to a 3-foot maximum height. So that's the scenario was actually a side yard or the other approval that was granted, and that one also provided close to 50% openness if it wasn't 40%, but it was a picket design. I think that's correct. And that was also on top of the retaining wall, I believe, and there was a planter in front of that retaining wall, I believe, as well, from the edge of the street. So those are the scenarios. Now, obviously, there's a lot of properties with a similar condition to this. We'll just jump down in front of this property very quick and move down the street. And this is the area that I think we see the most. So, but by and large, even the historic development really here, with exception to some really tall retaining walls to pad lots for construction, you'll see that it's really adhered to the standard. I see that'll be like and there's our fair share of illegally constructed walls too, or maybe legally and falsely committed or something like that. But for the most part, we're moving to the community, and that's something we kind of talked about prior to the retaining wall. But again, above that retaining wall, there's already a retaining wall. They're sticking with that openness. Now, obviously, if those are solid, there would be a much different character in this neighborhood. It becomes less desirable, if you will, from the street frontage, and then it does something less conducive to public safety. They can see into people's yards what's going on. So you can look down the street and get a good idea of what the current nature is on this particular block. And again, as we slow down, we're getting more retaining walls, but for the most part, this is a pleasant treat of a retaining retaining wall here with the overgrown. So anyway, sorry, I'm a little bit off topic. We just wanted to help the context of this scenario. Clearly, if each one of these homes had a 4.5-foot solid fence in front of it, we would have a different character. And that would, we should probably look at, we should have a greater policy discussion, if that's the direction the commission would like to go.
So I think you actually led directly into what my follow-up question was going to be, would we look at modifying this fence code? Because I have a feeling with some of the, probably the non-conforming and rebuilt fences, and possibly with a lot more of these houses, having some more of the remodels similar to this, would we start exploring, possibly modifying that code to start addressing this a little more, like addressing possibly setback on those fences, specifically on those retaining walls that are almost exactly at the height that we have to remain at currently with our current code, so to create a lot of issues, since I would guess probably 50% of the houses around the globe has some sort of retaining wall around some sort of front edge to it. So looking at exploring how can we modify that to better fit, not have to do a conditional use permit every time this comes through?
Great question, Commissioner Mojica, Commissioner Acevedo. So those kind of the things that I point out, codes I'm very familiar with and have applied in other communities too, specifically provide more options and tailor to this scenario, these types of scenarios where we don't have to request special fence CUPs. I do think that's obviously we do a lot of this if we didn't change the code. So, yes, separate topic, if you'd like to direct staff to look at preparing a discussion, presentation, to look at how we can avoid multiple CUPs and look at how we treat fences and walls and front setbacks. Be happy to do that.
That would be great. I think I'll address that once we discuss future agenda items towards the end of the presentation. But yeah, I think it is very important to remain having a 50% open space for just eyes in the street. It's a safety thing, as far as I'm concerned, as a planner as well, ensuring that you have visibility from both the house to the street and from the street to the house where people can't hide behind fences, jump out. Potentially just those places where people can hide behind tends to create a slightly more dangerous community. There's lots of reports and studies on that across the nation and the globe. So I strongly support that 50% open space on that picket design.
That's a good point that I'd really point out too. We do have size triangles from every driveway in the community that are supposed to be preserved. Now, a 3-foot tends to block that. But there's a traffic visibility thing. So obviously, there's 50% open. Somebody seeing a car coming out of this, if this is a driveway on the side of this house over here, it would be off the property line, I believe. And looking for oncoming traffic or pedestrians walking from the north being to the right. With the solid fence, they would be able to see. With a picketed fence, with openness, they would likely be able to see somebody on a bike or a car approaching. Sorry, I pointed out something I missed.
And Dana,
that kind of leads to one last question I have about this.
For the
50% visibility would probably warrant the removal of some material. Could we imagine that the removal of any material would pose any sort of threat to the structural integrity of the fence?
Since we don't have a building, I guess I wouldn't know our building official's response, but we would certainly make a point of ensuring the building official is fully comfortable with the structural integrity of the fence. As we will require building permit for it as well. I hope that answers your questions.
I think to me the most important factor as far as visibility would be the exact triangle or junctions, pedestrian, traffic. Just point that out take on, the 50% of the voting. I do not have any further questions. I'm sure someone else on the commission has any additional questions, but then it'd be a good time to move on to the motion.
Nobody has any additional questions. I would put forward a motion stating the first two stipulations that staff has put forward to repair and seal the existing retaining wall surface to have a consistent or complementary paint color in site architecture. And number two, the freestanding fence on top of the retaining wall to maintain a minimum transparency of 50% and not exceed a height of 3 feet from finished grade of the retaining wall on site.
If there's a second, I'll wait, and then I'd like to address one nuance to stipulation number 3. Or, if you don't mind me interrupting, I apologize for doing this. I did mention we could go 3 feet from the top of the retaining wall. Like I said, it was a 6 or 8 inch lip on the back side, you know, I'll leave it up to you.
So I guess that leads me to ask a different question. Does that lead a precedent for somebody to build a retaining wall that's oversized, that's 2 feet above grade, and then 3 foot on top of that?
That would, right, if we approve this, then that's how it's measured, or if the hard part, you can't measure it that way. So you gotta do that.
Okay, I'm gonna modify the motion then. I'm going to make a motion to approve with staff's recommendations with the modification on the second stipulation of the freestanding fence on top of the wall should maintain a minimum transparency of 50%, not exceeding a wall height of 3 feet above finished grade on the back side of the retaining wall.
On the retaining side, my side?
Correct.
So that's how it's right now, correct? It's 3 foot from the grade versus the top of the wall. Yeah, so you're, yeah. So you want that.
Okay, I just read that.
Nope, thank you.
So I just
want to clarify, so this is
the height of the wall that come down about, it's just 50% transparency and complementary color.
The fence, the freestanding fence is 4 feet. I count pickets at the 2x4s. I know 2x4s are only 3.75 inches thick, but it looks, it's, as the applicant says, it's 4 feet. So it will cut down as well, by a foot. That would come down a foot, which would be these top 3 pickets. So it'd come to, looks like 3 feet. If you know, just looking at the height of those pickets would be about top of that line. Wow, sorry. Right. Because those are 3 pickets at 4 inches each. Well, that's a foot. That would come off. Sorry. All right.
I
Second it.
Motion seconded. We shall move on to a vote to approve the motion as mentioned by Commissioner Azevedo. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's good. We have one nay. The rest of the commission voted aye. Motion has passed by popular vote.
May I ask a question? Okay, so what we're discussing,
Yeah,
what we're discussing here with regard to this, because I would probably put in a motion that why we're even addressing the architectural was the retaining wall, and obviously not done for quite some time, we're like force feeding it down somebody's throat. That's, I get why we're trying to do that, to fix things up, but the current ordinances that we have with regards to this, what Justin was saying, does that mean that we can set up another time to discuss what we could potentially change in this? Because I personally like the fence. I do think that, it could have had more transparency to it, and that would have just been moving a couple of the, like every other plank or something that was across there, which would have met everything that was required, minus the footage. But taking it down more, it's gonna look like a chain link fence. It's very tacky looking. It's not a good look for us driving around the neighborhood and checking stuff out. I mean, all of us trying to improve our homes and trying to make them look better that we can. I think this was an effort that was going in that right direction, and perhaps we just need to address that. So how do we go about making sure that we can check this ordinance specifically for future builders? Because this is something that builders are gonna wanna see more of in our area as investors come in, because that is going to be more attractive looking than setting up a chain link fence. And it's actually, can be more expensive as well. That's putting into our community something that looks better, but they're gonna be pulling those from outside areas, not from what we typically have in close. So we're gonna change things.
Yes, and through Chair Mojica, we can certainly, bring on the agenda, there's, future agenda items, and, we can, file to staff to bring that another meeting.
I just want to mention the last thing I wanted to do is the authoritarian time application. It had already been constructed. I don't want to damage the prospect of beautifying homes. My main concern was towards the safety, but any additional discussion on the movement of the you could perhaps see that for the further agenda items, perhaps.
Yes.
Pardon me. All right, next item on tonight's meeting, item C, public hearing and consideration of a request for a conditional use permit to allow the change of use from a motel to be utilized as four multiple dwelling units in C2 intermediate commercial zoning district pursuant to zoning code 14-5-11 B3H for property located at 890 East Ash Street, assessors parcel number 208-05-216, aka Warner JD Hotel, case number UP-2304. Dana, would you like to take it from here?
Absolutely, thank you very much, Commissioner Mojica. I am just opening up that information for you, and I will share my screen. Oh, we're familiar with this request. It's converting an old motel, very small motel, to residences. Oops, sorry, here we go. And really quick, just before anything, I'll go ahead. This is the site plan that was submitted. I'll just quickly give you the background. This property, I understand, was under contract for sale, and I was working with a gentleman who was interested in purchasing, or had the purchase agreement, and he wanted to convert all of these to long-term rentals. Seemed to make sense. I understand that some of these units have been used that way in the past. I also know that I think there was one that was used for commercial. It is zoned in the C2 in your on Ash Street frontage at the corner, actually. I believe it's 2nd Street or 3rd Street. I'll bring it back really quick just to orient you to the property. Right here. At the corner of the, so it'd be southwest corner of Third and 60, right here. And that's the only parcel that part of the property is being discussed. There is an entryway in the rear, a short access way. I believe it's probably overgrown and/or trees probably grown in the middle of that access way. That basically serves those car parks that are along the frontage. I can show you real quick. And I apologize. Here we are. So you see these carports, they're rather wide, at least for a jet ski and a small Toyota there. So I believe those were originally intended to go through and down to this alley behind it, or drive aisle, it's about 15 foot in width, to exit there. And then here you have all the development on the corner. All attached. Four total units. Two bedroom unit on the end here, as I understand it, and then 3 efficiencies. Each with their own carport, and that's where that floor plan comes in. Kind of shows you the arrangement of those floor plans. Again, efficiencies. I know it extends further back. I don't know if that's different for some reason, or why the applicant didn't show that. This would consist on all the property. It does appear that a portion of that rear building does extend across the property line. Your approval of this is, either way, it'd be allowed to utilize as a hotel today, as it was originally developed. Though we do recognize there's probably, it hasn't been, I'm not sure how the occupancy, certificate of occupancy at this time. I haven't looked into that, but we did have a building and fire walk through. We recognize there's definitely tenant improvements that are necessary to bring it up to code to be inhabited. Staff is recommending approval of this. We know we need residential in our community, new residential, especially affordable residences. There's just a couple concerns that we have with regards to how that parking is laid out. And since we have this opportunity, we did include a condition of approval. 5 conditions of approval. I'll walk you through those. Staff is recommending approval of this conversion of hotel motel to motel units to apartment rentals, long-term rentals. And maintain all existing parking space locations and dimensions. Any proposed changes to the parking area or site plan will require site plan approval. That's customary. Maintain that parking. So we know we have those 3 parking spaces for the 3 efficiency units. That end unit would be what this has been parking roadway. So we're going to consume on-street parking spaces there. All vehicle ingress and egress from the parcel to Ash Street shall be by forward portion only. Backing out into Ash Street is not permitted. Your zone code does have that provision that, with exception to local streets, which Ash is not. That's basically an arterial roadway. It's a highway, but arterial roadway. And all access to those are in a forward motion. Obviously, there's a traffic application and opportunity for collision as we're backing out into the highway. It's something that our code prohibits, and we do have a lot of historic use like that over time. Ideally, will be included in a manner that's more safe. So we included that, incorporated that condition of approval. Thirdly, no structure or ownership of property, and this is standard language. Basically, it's a legal non-conforming structure, the way it exists there on the property line. So if it gets damaged more than 50% of its value to repair, it would then need to comply with current codes, including setbacks and everything. And that's the legal non-conforming structure code. And then item 4, new signage shall be submitted for approval for sign permit. Just covering myself, so I'm sure there's not a surprise out there. should this be approved, it goes into operation. And then finally, item 5, all building permits necessary for converting the subject property to residences shall comply with all applicable building, fire, and other codes and ordinances prior to permit issuance. So should we approve this, they would then come in and apply for the tenant improvement to make the improvements to the property. And then notify be reviewing those, permitting and inspecting. That said, staff is recommending approval. Be happy to respond to any questions, and again, this is also a public hearing, so at some point, Commissioner, when you're ready to open up to a public hearing, feel free.
I was gonna say that I think the conditions outlined in the recommended motion will probably entirely address any question you had about this. So the detail in the conditional approval is answers a lot of questions for you. Anyone else?
I thought
I
it
was
was
saying, recommended motion
seems to
seems to
cover
cover
everything.
everything, we need more, units.
Anything from you, Mr. Osceola, before I open it into the public?
I do have a couple questions. And Dana, I don't know if you'll be able to respond to all these because they're all going to be directed at you unless the applicant's in the audience. Do we know what the square footage is on those efficiency units, and if there is a minimum requirement in the city of Globe for the size of the square footage?
We do not have a minimum size. In
Okay.
the area, I can do some quick calculations though while you're asking us the question.
That's okay. That's the big important one. Second one is I'm guessing we also don't have any driveway width requirements within the city currently. I know it's something we run into across the state when it comes to multi-family dwelling units.
You know, as long as they can, so it's more for duplexes and residents. Multifamily is a bit of a different beast, and it falls under our parking code.
Yep.
These would be 9. Well, I don't know dimensions. Looking at, they look like they're 9 by 18s or 18.5, I think is our zoning code. For each parking space. As it's existing, I think through this use permit, we would accept. I can see a car.
Yeah, I would accept definitely the car. I'm more worried, I think, about the driveway access at 15 feet to swing into the spot.
Oh, in the rear.
Yeah. I think that's the only concern I have, but I think that can be solved through permitting.
Well, and to an extent, it is what it is. Right?
Okay.
We're probably not going to cut the corners of that whole building. I think there's some structural concerns that are building. Safety's going to look at it anyway. But so I don't expect a lot of modifications. The way I look at it, was that okay? You can have a hotel motel going all day long here, and it's illegally non-conforming and existing. So either way, unless somebody's going to demo and rebuild to current code, at least in this situation, we should have a stipulation that's forward motion. God forbid there be an incident, something that occurs on that property. Somebody backing out. Well, that was the city's more covered then than we are now.
No, I completely agree.
But it sounds like a better scenario than what we have today.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it's great practice. Those were just little things. I just want to make sure we were within compliance for what we have within the city. Last question would be, could you go back to the recommended motion? I want to make sure that ingress and egress addresses that they could potentially pull out alleyway as well, because they could pull in off of Ashton 60.
It's a right of way that's usable, absolutely. I they can back down the alley as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, but they could pull off of Ash into the carports and out to the alleyways as well, correct?
Correct.
With that,
In or out, right.
okay. Just no more backward motion on
Run over pedestrian,
or get hit, you know, lots of things. No, I think this is a great project. I'm super excited for it. There's a parcel I was looking at with excitement. I think somebody will do something with it. So I think this is a great proposal moving forward and seeing something hopefully beautiful happen with it.
Any other questions?
I have one. Just looking at this from a layman's point of view, I'm a little concerned about backing either direction with the little setback that we have here. Backing in or backing out. If you're backing in, you're close to obstructing traffic on Asher, Highway 60. When this property was built, it was obviously, I'm guessing that 60 was a 2-lane, and therefore you had a lot more setback. But driving by the property, I think backing in is a little daunting, especially at night. The traffic that exists there. And maybe I haven't considered everything, so please help me if I haven't. I'm kind of agreeing that we need to optimally, I think we need that alley and the street and the exit. And I'm oversimplifying, I realize that, but I'm also thinking about the safety factor here. So my question is, I guess, just bluntly, is could the condition be set that we allow entry through the alleyway off of actually you have to do it so that's my question.
Justin, wasn't that a part of your question about ingress, egress pertaining to what side? And Dana, you were saying that the only prohibition currently is backing out onto the 60 is the only maneuver that would be prohibited.
Correct. Backing to the right of way is the difficulty. So Commissioner Warren, to your point, the purpose of that stipulation is now allowed. So here are the motions. You can see my cursor. I'll do this cursor. There we go. Can you see that? So you're driving along East Ash Street. You live in one of these units. You've got two options. You can come over, right into your carport, and then when you're done, when you're ready to leave, you exit and come back out forward motion down the alley. Or you're coming down Ash Street to go to your apartment. You make a right onto the alley. You come down through the back of the building, 15-foot area, and drive into your carport forward, and then exit forward into the Ash Street. Those are the two motions that would be allowed by the condition. Not to say people, we're always adhere to that, but that's intent. And like I said, that's how it exists today if it were occupied.
I think that directly addressed your question, right? That these maneuvers are possible, that are possible.
They should be, yes, that's my, making that right-hand turn into what is an ample but narrow driveway off of 60 or backing on it. Yes, off of 60 would be challenging. I think there's some risk there for accidents that could happen. So I'm looking at a drive-through as a solution to that.
To me, here, the applicant's representative is available, a realtor, if she's still there, and speak to that. I'm at a loss for any right options. It does look like it's much wider, 8 feet, or 9 feet, which is our typical parking space width. It appears to be 12 feet, honestly, which gives us some more room for maneuvering. out to the back.
So now that we've been talking about this for a minute, I do have two more questions. Oh, go ahead.
And to that point also, this location is very conducive for traveling nurses and others, where they can walk. Obviously, this is the center of this kind of retail employment area. All the county offices are behind here, so we do acknowledge it could be conducive for pedestrian residents. And maybe they don't rely on doing as much driving as typically somebody would. I think there's also grocery and other things within walking distance of the property. Sorry, go ahead.
So I have two more questions. I'll do these ones really fast. So first question is, I said multi-family housing is what we consider this, but what are we considering this property with this conditional use permit? Or is it just a conditional use permit with a house with multiple efficiencies?
The zoning code defines it or identifies this specific use is allowed by a conditional use permit, and it's called multiple dwelling.
Okay, perfect. That was just my application. And then the second question is, as part of this, I think my other concern would be, I think using the way is the way to go with this public right of way. It's definitely the point of ingress and egress that I currently use the most, which raises a concern for me on the SWIP side of life, which is ensuring we don't have dirt and dust being put out into the drive surface on a daily basis. So could we potentially add a stipulation requiring the paving of that right-of-way surface as part of the use for that in this property, or is that outside of our purview?
So it's an off-site improvement. It's not something that the city's overly familiar or overly imposes. Some dust level measure, I would go that far. Let's look at all-weather surfaces for fire emergency vehicles, so 3 to 5 inches of AV along that section right there, allow that basically dust control.
I think that'd be perfect.
If that works for you. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, it's not here. It's definitely not paid.
Yeah, the last thing I want is ADOT coming back on us and saying, we approve this, and it's bringing dust out onto their highway.
Yeah. And just also know that we do around all these projects. Anything that uses ADOT right away goes to ADOT for review, and they did not have comment. But duly noted, and we'll include that in that condition as a condition.
If everybody's on board, it's just something I'd rather get now than later.
Yeah, I'm in that same camp. This is a great idea. The housing deficit we have, this is an ideal solution. So I'm in support of that. Just with the ingress.
Well, one good thing is that the light's right there. So typically, that's you're focusing on that, so the speed starts slowing down right there, and then they get a little further out than they expect. Speed limit, so they're putting it in there.
Well, I think we have the applicant really trying to say a few words. I'd like to ask Mrs. France to speak.
My name is Adria France, and I am not the property owner, but I'm here on his behalf. The property was under contract to be used as a 30-day plus rental, and this was a new investor who was coming to potentially do multiple projects here, and got a little nervous about the parking situation and the requirements here. But his intention was to use the back part of the property that Dana has already went over with us. There's a small dog in back there, and there is a tree that would need to be cleaned up. if a new owner is gonna use it in that manner.
And hopefully, I am the listing agent on this property. We've had multiple inquiries with its use, 30-day or less. So hopefully one will take on this project and do some updates and make it more useful for the community.
Dan, just real quick, something popped into my head. If we look at the conditions of the recommended motion.
Yes, and
Okay. I think forward motion only goes in both directions. It would be incredibly awkward, but I just had the vision in my head of someone trying to make, what would that be, like a J turn and then backing in from the 60 into the parking spot, but it's forward motion only. I just wanted to see the wording on that to make sure that you can't back out into the 60 as well as you can't back in from the 60. I think the language covers that.
it is consistent with our zoning code, with how that language is presented. Or you're not gonna stop everybody, right? Somebody's gonna back you up. But when we review the building plans and we're aware of if that's the situation, things are stored in the back, wow, they can only go in one way and out, then, we have the ability to use permit to address it with the property owner.
I just popped in my head, I wanted to say it, so okay. So, probably about time to open it for public hearing. If anyone else has any questions.
I'm kind of art with this. Is there any way we can ask the owner if that's a possibility of just making it straight up and go through the alley, path, park in the back, in the front, and the back. I see what Doug is saying about that, because what is it, Stephen, 30? Yeah, so you're going pretty slow, you shouldn't be able to make that turn, but just, as soon as he brought that up, I kind of feel the same of turning in like that. They just made sure that they have to come through that. So I think it's worth at least asking. That's a possibility.
They're still gonna be pulling out from that way instead of accessing, but if they're coming around and
Yeah.
they're pulling, they're still accessing US 60 from the forward motion, but that is, with the traffic that gets there, having multiple people coming out that way instead of potentially being able to use the back area and come around that side, I think would potentially decrease the potential of an issue happening in there, because you're coming out there, you're kind of inching along from the picture that was out here, and there are so many places on Ash Street that are like that. Pulling out is, I should think it's in the gray as you're pulling out on 60. But having the way both, that way you're dividing it up, at least this can not be able to come back around in my opinion, it starts to cause more potential issues than being able to go out that back way, please.
To your point with the stoplight, some people are just gonna have to turn right on the stoplight anyway, so. I understand the point, to me, the single most important one is, do not back up into the 60. And as long as that is prohibited, I think I would hope that everyone involved would be as cautious of the driver as they can, to the point that much like they would at any turning point or intersection. Just my voice, that's all.
That's convincing.
Well, anyhow, I think we're at the point where we can, for the public hearing period.
Floor is now
We're
open.
now open. Anyone would like to come up,
Speak on
speak on this matter? If we have any takers, any emails about this, comments?
No, Chair.
Well, we have no,
don't want to
no one approaching for
public
public hearing, so
hearing.
we'll go ahead and
Close
close
the
the public hearing.
I think I have all you need to know about this. Anyone else might mention anything else over here? Scan, maybe. Okay, yes, the weather's.
So Chairman Mohica, or Commissioner Mohica, Commissioners, I did just draft the language that was suggested by Commissioner Acevedo. It's item number 6 there, and for your discussion and conclusion. We'll have that.
Can we add into Ash Street and Highway 60? That way, this doesn't get misconstrued as having to include the entire highway.
Oh, the service doesn't go over Budding Alley Access Way. Should we just do like from the entrance or from the
drive entrance to highway or something like that? I just want to make sure it's as clear as possible.
So it can be used by Pinehurst Highway, it can be used by the hotel, it can be used by people behind going down. So I don't think we should put the burden of that on one single individual with regards to that, because if he's talking, if I'm understanding, Mr. Acevedo correctly, that he's talking about that they want the owner of that hotel, even though it's an easement and used by any other individual besides just the people who are residing in the multifamily, that strip area. Am I understanding that correctly?
Jana, do we know the exact legal status? Is that alley access way, is that a private easement, is it a right of way?
it's public right away.
Public right of way? So essentially, the weatherproofing would be improving a public asset?
Correct, site. Yep, that'll be on the street. If you're aware, this is the only one. As a matter of fact, might be one of the only ones that does control at some point, just to put it into perspective. There's and it's actually only half of it. So the other half that's not improved is on private property adjacent. See this long. Sorry. So we're looking at 20 feet by 40 feet. 20 by 44. 40 right in there of 3 inches of decomposed weather AV surfacing. Like I mentioned, you really have it. It's not uncommon. We have some tape downs. Some that are. I think most are ours, but I'm not a public works director, so I can't speak. Just in this area, looking at this area, it's not a common thing.
And this only comes into being if this property is used in the way this conditional use permit is being put forward. So let's say it stayed in its current use condition, they would not have to follow the stipulations we set forward, correct?
Correct.
This is Cox's point. I guess it is a little bit concerning. I mean, essentially, the applicant would have to put a bill for performing all of this on a public right of way, and there would potentially be others that are benefiting from the costs incurred by the applicant to perform this. could there be any discussion? I know that this one application is catalyst, but if there are multiple properties that are enjoying benefit from this area, could there be any discussion that the weatherproofing with it being over the public right of way be a burden that the city itself would have to consider opposed to the individual applicant?
Commissioner Luca, a great question. Obviously, ongoing maintenance then is also, it's an issue today. There are others, and it would be an issue of whatever service they provide on that. Ideally, it's stabilized, so when we get heavy rains, employees in the alley, we're not gonna get the rutting and taking the mud out to the street and the highway and all that stuff. But correct, there would be, is it within this owner's responsibility to maintain that? Based on what I'm talking about, it sounds like a big stretch. It just gets the AV down, and then it's the city's responsibility anyway. At that point, is how I would look at that.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'd just like to ask real quick, instead of forestalling this entire application, because of that is a concern of mine. In terms of equitability and costs and legality and so forth. So, instead of forestalling the entire application for that one factor, could we perhaps, vote what we vote on the application as stated, but include a condition to perhaps defer the discussion about whether approving for a later time, and then whatever decision is made, whether it's financed by private entity or public, that decision can be made at a later time once we perhaps speak with Public Works, city engineer, whoever's going to weigh in on it from the staff perspective.
I see that being problematic. Once the conditional permit's issued, be it they did need to still put building permits to make it effective to allow the occupancy as residences. But I think the Commissioner should apologize. I don't see that coming back. Or mechanism. We drag it back, what's the consequence? I'm not going to do it. So does the use permit go away? If that's the case, then
understood that I can see how that can be convoluted, but I wanted to at least ask.
And for the, they're in that sales process, so that adds another question mark on that. Like I personally, given our Public Works Department and our existing alleyway maintenance and everything, this would be a great benefit. It's not something we've asked anybody yet. I think there will come a time when that asking for off-site improvements will be customary for the city. Yeah, I haven't seen that time come yet, though, unless it's a brand new development where we need a developer that's customarily doing that type of work anyway, like Gorman and Hill Street School or any other new subdivision. That's the price of development, and they understand that going into it. In these scenarios, we're looking at trying to get maximum utility out of existing properties that are vacant.
Dana, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, like I say, my understanding, alley is the property of the city. If you approve this, you will have some additional traffic in that alleyway. That I think the fact is that alleyways are to be used if it becomes a problem. And maybe there's dirt coming into the 60 or a pothole develops or something like that. I think we will address that just as we would any other alleyways that become problematic. But I wouldn't want the commission think twice about approving additional long-term, housing in Globe because of that particular issue. I think it's manageable. We do it in multiple stages. We wouldn't come out and do that alleyway. We would do different things at different times. And so I think the burden is light. It's our responsibility. And I think the property owner has a right to use that as part of the city. So I just make that statement to help you. Okay.
So, Justin, it was your proposal regarding the weather services, correct?
It was correct.
And how do you feel about Paul's comments just now?
I would say if the rest of the commission is looking to remove it, I think that could be an acceptable thing. I will say this is a very common occurrence in almost every city across the state. Small or big towns, doesn't matter the size, for requiring something like this. And I think this might be something we might want to set a precedence for moving forward. All weather servicing with ABE is a very efficient and hyper cost effective way, I think, to accommodate. It's not going to be a super high use additional use of that alleyway, and since alleyways are typically considered for utility access only for cities and minor access for residences and property owners. But again, I would leave this up to the rest of the commission if they'd like to see this removed because they think it's overextending. I would understand that, but I would state that I think this is a fairly minimal thing for approving something. I think it's a great project. I'm not going to hold it up because of this, but I think it's something we have in our purview to look at.
So, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, and Dana would by would this set bad precedents on other attempts to do this? Is this going to put us in a predicament in the future, Dana?
No, this would be a precedent to set. This would be the precedent. We're asking for offsites. Be it as minimal as it possibly is. I agree with Commissioner Acevedo that this is not an uncommon requirement. And it's definitely not urban areas. Rural areas might be a little different, but it would be in a precedent that if people are doing improvements, we should start looking at offsites and things that need to be brought up some standard. And we just haven't, 4 years. This would be a complex or something like that hasn't paved. We've got parking lots out there and utilized too. And that's something challenge to get paid when somebody just wants to reuse. It's a legal non-conforming scenario. So hopefully that kind of paints a picture. This would be establishing precedent, though it's not an uncommon thing for a community to apply. Might beg a bigger question. Maybe a discussion on, let's start looking at what level of offsites we should have in the application, and maybe prepare a policy to address that.
I just want to mention that after knowing what I know now, I'm not sure if I'm 100% comfortable with the weather servicing and dust control provision.
I agree. I agree. Everything we drive on today starts as a road. And it's a natural progression that most city governments have accepted as their responsibility based on the use of. I agree. I think we should maybe separate the issues.
Is what Paul's saying, are you saying this is on the list of things to do?
No, Mr. Commissioner, members of the commission, I think it's just a concern that the additional traffic might
turn this into something that causes problems. I think that, we have wear and tear on alleys, and we maintain potholes develop if dirt leaks out, we do that. But so it would be nice to have the weatherproofing with the added traffic, but I just didn't want the commission to go feel too far out on a limb that it was a tremendous burden on the city, but it would be a benefit to have that in there, but in weighing it out, I just didn't want to put some balance on the conversation.
And to the point, technically, so, the code, our off-site improvement code would only require a half street, their half of the street to be improved. They could make an argument that, no, this guy owes you the other 10 feet. That's actually your half street, not the full width. So anyway, sorry, a little more color around if they already might not be successful.
Mr. Commissioner, members of the commission, I didn't want to see this get tabled just because of this one question. I think that was probably the prime motivation to come down here.
Well, thank you. I think I would feel more comfortable if we were to revert it back to the initial 5 conditions of the staff recommendation.
This is Commissioner Azevedo. I'm 100% on board with that.
But we should also, how Dana said, come up with a policy for that as well. It seems like you're still trying to figure out like a standard of how to do all these things. So you have to kind of cross this to come up with a standard. And I'm with that, and moving it, but having a policy, because I understand what you're talking about, Justin, as far as like going forward, what Dana had mentioned, you want to try to get as much done as possible for like future development. So I understand why that's put in there, and you could see that in like a bigger city. And I think Globe is like heading towards having like those standards like that. So I understand what you guys are talking about. So there needs to be some type of policy going forward.
Yeah, perhaps it makes a little bit more in general than specific to this application. I'm sorry, Dan, I kind of cut you off.
No. Curious if that was out for the motion.
I will put forward a motion to approve case UP 2304 with the recommended stipulations put forward by staff 1 through 5. Go forward for a vote.
Do we have a second? Motion seconded. We shall move on to a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Vote was unanimous, so in that case, that's passed. Moving on, and this is our public hearing and consideration of a request for conditional use permit to allow council on Boulevard as a cumulative use in the C3 Central Zoning District 14-5-11 C6C for the property located
at 1945 Broad Street, assessors parcel number 207-10-018A, case number UP-23-43.
Dana, will you walk us through that?
Well said, thank you very much, Commissioner Mojica. We have the zoning map pulled up here, and these are the, that parcel, this parcel, this parcel, and this parcel are all kind of owned by the same entity, and affected by this request. However, the proposed tow yard would be just this area back here, and then this is an existing home in the C3, the red is the C3 commercial zoning district, our most intense commercial zoning district. The yellow to the west is R16 single family residential subdivision. And then the purple on the east side is our own industrial, it's one of our small industrial areas. M2, the only two are most of the times industrial area. You see the cities like Water Campus and school, or water treatment facility, sorry. Anyway, so this is existing Hilltop Motors. I will show you that property currently. So it's been parceled somewhat randomly. Obviously, this parcel doesn't necessarily encompass. And I'm gonna put in a little backstory on the parceling of this property, how they're initially moving forward, as it's the impetus is this conditional use permit for the applicant, JNS Towing, Justin, should be in the audience, for him to accomplish the area that he's interested in purchasing from the property owner. So this is Hilltop Motors. Obviously, that parcel isn't really conforming to that business activity as it goes on all the parcels, all three of these parcels, almost this fourth parcel, all three parcels. What's being requested to parcel for JNS Towing to purchase is, sorry. Is this survey, which kind of may be a little difficult to see here. I'll zoom in, there you see those parcel boundaries. North is now to the left. So what they're proposing here is to eliminate that parcel that was previously kind of probably encompassing a version of Hilltop Motors here. And also dissolve the common lot line that exists between these two parcels. So we're netting less than one parcel, which is good. The way this parcel originally doesn't need any subdivision code or statute. It's a parcel. My interpretation is that reducing that, it should create a better situation, and now we actually have a second property owner within these three parcels, so there's only one property owner now. Should future development be proposed along this hillside, they're going to need to come in and do a full-blown subdivision. Should dedicated roadway, whether it be private or public, and all subdivision code requirements. But because they are interested to consolidate, clean up the parceling, and move this property and create a new parcel here, move that property and utilize it for JNS Towing yard, I can support this parcel condition. This is an administrative process, but it is obviously somewhat relying on your decision tonight with regards to the issue at hand and request to place automotive towing storage on our property. I do understand that was historically what the property was utilized for. As you can see, there still are some cars there. One of the conditions of approval, if it's not registered or titled or operable, operating, then it needs to be removed. So through the process, we'll clean up any abandoned vehicles from the site, should you wish to approve this conditional use permit. The applicant provided this site plan, kind of laying it out. I think I probably drew it in as well. That's the house that we just looked at, kind of the edge of the slope, and then in that rear, that lighted area is the proposed fence and screening area. Now, the screening type is up to the commission's discretion. I will tell you that we customarily screen any outdoor commercial activity, unless it's intended for sales or display, or something like that, and we look at it very differently. But that's not the case. Because we have residences adjacent, they don't necessarily have a view of that. They might see a fence if it goes up, but because of the slope of the hill, and their perspective, it's very difficult to see on top of that hill. So that said, the applicant is requesting approval to utilize that back area, this property for a tow yard. The house will then become a home office. And through this process as well, we will have a access easement established. Private access easement, including the minimum required parking around right here at this location. And that basically allows us to utilize and get in there and do fire emergency service as necessary. And then going, to our staff report and the conditions of approval are here. So staff is recommending approval. The applicant first received a building permit to construct an 8-foot high screen wall with a view of steering gates to enclose all vehicle storage and commercial vehicles on the property. Number 2, received grading and drainage design approval for the proposed site improvements from the city engineer to ensure water runoff does not impact adjacent properties. Now, the way this property should develop is to move all water to existing waterways and not increase any flows. That's how we look at the subdivision process, or direct it to the right of way, or to a drainage easement. So we just need to make sure that no additional runoff from this activity, this proposed activity, is created. That would obviously affect adjacent properties. Item number 3, all vehicles on site must be registered and operational and stored on the property in compliance with city codes, including our property maintenance code. Item 4 is to remain in compliance with the CUP and application of the site plan attachment and the parcel boundary attachment, and then receive city approval of minor land revision to create the parcel encompassing the commercial towing operation as shown in that exhibit. So with that, I'll just point out one other item. One member of the public contact the city. Keep in mind, all of these use permits have been advertised to all property owners within 300 feet, as well as a sign placed on property frontage and a legal ad placed in the silver bullet. So that said, we receive one inquiry from a property owner down here off Mingus Turn Circle. Apparently, this walk right here obviously flows right into this yard, into the rear of these buildings. Apparently, there was grading work in the past that might have exacerbated that drainage or that runoff from the Hilltop Motors site. In conversations with our city engineer, they went out, they required proper compaction and regrading of that to not run off down that wash. But the city engineer, former city engineer, did recognize that some drainage thing needs to happen at some point to control that drainage and not have it run through here. So obviously the use that we're considering to utilize back here is not going to have a significant impact on this condition. There's an existing building here. We do, I thought I required, we do need all other surfaces to be included on this roadway. So I probably did really have that conversation with the applicant, but it looks like I might have missed out. I would also add item number 6 that easement, roadway easement be covered with AD to provide all other surfaces for emergency service vehicles and dust. With that, staff is recommending approval. We do not have any other comment from the public.
Can we go back to the site plan? Or whenever you're ready. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yes, I was referring to that one. So, the outer solid line polygon is kind of irregular shape. The black lines are surrounding the lawn, house, auto storage and all that. Is that the, I think you may have mentioned something about subdivision or something, if you could just go over that, is that, everything contained within that, odd, V-shaped, black polygon, that is going to be the maximum extent of the operation?
That'll be the maximum extent of the ownership. The maximum extent of the operation, as I understand, Justin, will just be driving through here with the tow vehicle and placing the vehicle, looks like through this private driveway here, into the contained storage area. So, no, I think the physical impact or change to the property for these businesses is strictly shown down the road.
Okay.
And then obviously utilize the roadway to get there. Sorry.
Alright, I'm just wondering, based on that,
Yeah, they graded that out, looks like at some point, so you'll fence that in. Again, that fencing is your prerogative. That's all, that's the extent, he's not intending to do anything else. We would require grading permits to make any other changes. Looks like they're utilizing the lower roadway to get back there. But this upper roadway, we'll have to maybe expand depending on how this results, I'll do additional review. And we need to widen accesses to make sure it encompasses both accesses. We will.
So, based on this, the way it's proposed, if there is going to be any expansion to the storage area, that would require some separate case or permit to accommodate.
Yes, it's the use of that storage area is necessitating, outdoor storage is necessitating CUP request.
Just want to make sure I have understanding of the scope of what was being proposed.
And like I said, if Justin's in the audience, he might be on this down, but as it's been conveyed to me, and what this permit consists of is enclosing that back area. Anything beyond that, I would say, well, that's not on the permit, and we need to go back and amend it, or work with it. Should you?
May have the applicants?
I'm the owner of the property, Dustin's the applicant, so either of us would be happy to talk to you.
Both of you could, if you would like.
Okay. Shirley, can we meet them one at a time, or is that okay?
No, that's fine.
They can go together.
They're good.
Yeah, just tag team it.
Like you mentioned, this property has been in towing service for over 50 years. I sold the actual business a dozen years ago. All he's doing is moving the house. The property he's talking about up there, I don't have 27 years ago. There's two roadways to it. The center roadway only goes to the house. The lower roadway is actually about 30 foot down, and no one to the west can even see that. So every vehicle that he brings in will come up that side. And so what we proposed was to put a 6-foot chain link fence with slats in it, so it wasn't visible. Privacy screen, yeah, or something to that effect. If Dana shows a street view from the houses down below, even now, if there was a towing service there, you couldn't even see what's going on because the elevation is so high. We've got to be at least 300 foot higher than they are right now. So that should address some of your concerns.
One of the concerns that I was wondering about is he mentioned something about with this being done that we would no longer, because if this is a towing service, you can't say we can't have a vehicle that's inoperable or that doesn't have a license plate on it. And that's the essence of a towing service. You know, the highway patrol calls a vehicle on the side of the road or something from an accident, you've got to be able to store that in some facility. And like I say, this has been going on in one location over 50 years. When I bought it, it was a mess. Everything out front, there was cars everywhere. If you drive by there now, you can't see anything that's not nice. I put up a nice fence in the front, I put nice buildings on it, so everything is nice. And what he's proposing to use is in the very back location. And from if you look right here from the street view down there, I think that's the Wood Mountain. You can see the palm trees where the pool are, and to the left of that is the spot we're proposing where the storage facility would be. So even from that view, you can't see anything that's going on up there even now. From there, you couldn't see a tow truck even going up there day or night. You couldn't see a tow truck even going up there because it's going to come on that back side where there's about a 20-foot drop there. And as far as water runoff from that location, it's been like that for years and years. You know what I'm saying? That lot has been leveled out for years. And I don't know of any drainage issues from up there. If you go up, there's no season, nothing's running off from up there. And the only thing he's talking about doing is putting a fence up. Everything else is already built and in its position. Is that answering your question?
As far as the impound yard goes, once you guys understand, we tow every vehicle that will be in that impound yard is law enforcement. We go for Glow PD, Miami PD, Sheriff's Office, Lee County Sheriff's Office, DPS, as well as our park. These are all law enforcement initiated patrols that will be in this yard. They could be from collisions. Therefore, they wouldn't be running off the vehicle. But also, they're towed in for law enforcement if they have expired tags. It mentioned something about every car in there needs to be registered. They're actually towed in sometimes because they're not registered, and they're pulled over by law enforcement until they can go and renew their registration, what have you. Then they'll give us a release, they can get their vehicle. So I just wanted to make sure that
That's a very fair point, because that was outlined as a condition.
yeah, yes, sir.
So we are in a lot of cases, especially if there was a catastrophic fire, perhaps such things would be unidentifiable documentation, so forth, especially for probability, gotta get there out of the road, one way or another. It's gotta go somewhere, so I would be able to concern about that exact situation. And I'm speaking to the rest of the commission as well, when I mentioned that tow yard, some of those vehicles are probably going to be inoperable.
Right.
And he mentioned something about all weather on the easement up there. It's already all weather, it has been for years. You go up there, most of that property is caliche. And you can travel that as fast as you want to, there's no dust. It has had all weather and PVC put down for years. So, and then the edge from the office forward is all paved. So there's no issue with gravel or dirt hindering the road.
We have questions for the applicant?
I have a question for
Dana.
The one
that they're talking about, number 3, recommended motion. How do other cities handle that with,
I guess
towing services?
When it
It's like a circumstance like this, when they're towing for the police department.
Yeah, so the purpose of that language for having it operable and registered is our language we have in our property maintenance code, where it's the language we have to avoid people keeping junk vehicles on the property. Now you're probably aware we do have an amount of our fair share of junk vehicles stored on properties, and that's what we utilize to enforce that. A lot of those properties at one time may have been a tow yard or some sort of junk operation or a scrap operation. So we need a mechanism to ensure that cars don't sit for years on lots outside. That is an environmental issue, let alone the blight and other potential issues. So we can craft that stipulation to say, if you have something, a vehicle that isn't registered, it could remain for 60 days, up to 60 days, and then after that, explain, or in the situation, if our code compliance officer came out and said, hey, you've had like all those cars over there for 3 years of area photos that we've taken. None of them are registered, none of them have air in the tires. Can you please relocate them out of the city or in an approved area? And then in that situation, you would explain to the judge, oh, no, they're all in court, going through this process, here's the documentation of the owning of the vehicle, and where the TV is at, or whatever that process is. So there's a couple ways we can go after that. But the goal here is to ensure that we don't have a bunch of cars stored on property. And I think, yes. So, for instance, what we're looking at here, you can explain the intention of storing your vehicles on that property. That would be helpful, but I know our code doesn't allow that to just be stored like that. So we need to insert language in this use permit to ensure that in 20 years from now, we're not looking at twice what we're looking at now. And that we, with this approval, know that we can definitely get those removed if they're not being utilized for anything.
I'd like to make a comment, if I may.
I'll let the applicant speak first.
His use permit is not going to apply to my general use of my property in the last 30 years, correct? So if he applies for a use permit, we're talking about what he's going to do in the future, not what I do now. Because I was grandfathered in that property, even with a salvage yard for years. And so the reason all those cars were there, because I was grandfathered in, and was told by Joe Carrillo at the time when he was planning to bring them in, that I was grandfathered as long as I owned it. So because we're changing some of these property lines, I don't want that to affect what use I do, which I don't have that many cars right now. There might be 10 or 15 back there that aren't licensed, and they will be getting moved out over the next 6 months or so as the price of metal comes back up again. But I want to make sure that me selling him a portion of my property doesn't change my use of my own property.
Dana, I may need you to kind of expand on some of the legal nuances regarding that question.
Okay. Well, it's up to the Planning and Commission in their review of this request. It's certain, I am not clear, Michelle, where there has been some code compliance there on property. If the commission wants to condition the approval of this to including within 2 years, any of these, abandoned vehicles, unregistered abandoned vehicles, will be removed. That can be a condition of approval. And I would actually recommend that. If you wish to clean it up and have these vehicles removed. That is, like I said, the goal of the city at some point to get rid of unabandoned anything. So, for the most part, that's certainly in your purview. I don't know where it's at in code compliance or what that history is. I haven't been involved in that. But the opportunity is available for you to include a condition of approval that all abandoned vehicles be removed from this property within a certain amount of time. What is it? So they're going to remove. I mean, can we have a conversation here of what is the intention of storing those cars?
Those cars don't exist. They haven't been there for years. So the only thing you'll find is that storage facility in the back. I store some cars in that one, the one back there, the little one. And behind it, there's about 10 or 12 cars there, which are not visible from any highway or any home in any direction. But the fact that I've been able to operate this property this way for 35 years doesn't seem fair to me. But if I sell 3 acres out in the middle, it's going to change my use for it.
I think what Dana's saying is that the intention of the city is to have a standard like in the future. So I don't know.
Shouldn't that apply to the next owner, not me? That's why I was grandfathered into it. I actually had a salvage yard there one time. They covered all those hillsides. You can see them all from the highway. And the city gave me a use permit for that, not even a use permit. They gave me a license to operate a dismantling yard in that location. The only stipulation they gave me was yours. I couldn't stack them high enough that they could be seen on the highway.
What is the protocol that's standard? What do you use? How you would be taking over? What duration of time typically for?
So the majority of the cars that will be in this back corner impound yard that I'm proposing,
most of those vehicles are picked up by insurance companies, transports, where they take them down to insurance auto auctions, the red cars. So most of them are transported out within, 7 to 14 days. The vehicles that aren't picked up, if they're, let's say they're wrecked and they only have liability insurance, either they submit a title to us, or we have to file for abandoned title. Either way, the vehicles are usually out of there in 60 days, and they're transported to wrecking yards in Phoenix, Mesa area, scrap yards. So the vehicles won't be sitting there longer than 60 days. Now there's going to be a rotation of vehicles in there all the time, but they'll constantly be moving out as well.
Do you know if the state of Arizona has differentiation on what requirements they have for something being a tow yard versus a dismantle or other facility where you're holding cars for perhaps a longer period of time?
I don't know. I just know towing. I don't know the other. You? I don't.
And so are you saying that provisions with less than 90 days would be something that would work for you so that the city was comfortable with things rotating out and not addressing your site, you know how that would stand your grandfather?
Yeah, I mean, within 90 days, the cars will be out. Yes, ma'am, to answer your question. Either the insurance transports will pick them up, or we'll get titles on them one way or the other, and we will haul out ourselves.
And you should go closer to the mic, so I think they're picking it up. That'd be better for the audience.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want vehicles stored in there forever either, because we don't, limited amount of room. They're always coming in, so they have going out as well.
So combining the parcel numbers is what I was thinking that Damon was saying earlier, correct? So.
A lot line adjustment, I guess.
Okay, so not trying to turn it into one parcel, because he was talking about combining these into one parcel, aren't we thinking, or no?
What we have now is.
No, it's part of that, right now, it's 3 parcels.
Okay, but what you were recommending was with regards to the parcels was combining them because of how it was set up, so
Right, reducing creating a parcel for Justin to purchase to utilize for this activity.
for that specific piece only.
Yes, however, right now it doesn't exist, so it is a condition of approval. So that is there, but I'm letting you know you're welcome to the entire property, can be addressed right now. If you wish, if there's an issue you want to, talk more about the vehicles or anything like that.
Well, I don't think.
But after this is all said and done, should you approve this and I approve the lot line adjustment, we'll make sure the language here in the code in the conditions of craft that only apply to parcels that Justin is purchasing.
And that everything outside of that would remain as it
Legal
is.
non-conforming.
Okay. I believe that answers your question, sir, that these.
And I have no intentions of storing that many vehicles. Okay, that was years ago. But I don't like the fact that they can change everything on me that I've been dealing with for 35 years. Not to mention the neighbor to my east got more vehicles down there than I do. So.
Well, I believe, Mr. Burkhardt just said that the conditions that we're talking about are going to apply to the, parcel B that Mr. Justin Grant, that you're going to be purchasing. I believe, Mr. Burkhardt has said that the conditions are applying to that portion. Everything surrounding, everything outside of it, which is yours, is going to retain the status that you've had for time.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And Dana, just to make sure what I was saying is correct,
of what you were saying is correct.
If that's the commission's wish, yes.
Okay, so we would have to propose that as a condition.
Yeah, we'll make sure yes, I'll work on that right now.
Okay.
To make sure it's specific to the future creative parcel.
Okay.
And, the access is as well.
And the chairperson,
that
lot that we're specifically talking about, lot adjustment, or to make it into a separate parcel or whatever the case may be. How has in the past affected the grading and drainage from that area? Why is that a requirement on there that Dana put on there? Because it looks to me that most of the drainage issue that they're talking about potentially can happen would not be on this parcel, it would be on the parcel at the bottom towards the subdivision.
Yeah. I
guess Dana did point out that there's kind of a, I don't know, like a little bit of a
corridor, ravine,
creek type thing. It's
dirt
in the picture, but apparently I guess the flood areas can transfer into.
For this specifically?
No, I know what you're asking. I think just because Dana said that a member of the public brought this to your attention or brought it to the city's attention, that's why it became part of the discussion.
Yes. And then really what the condition for this approval is that, and I'll read it again to you, well, here, I'll show you, and I've been doing some writing. Receive a building permit to construct an 8-foot-high screen wall with a view obscuring gates to enclose all vehicle storage and commercial vehicles on the property. So that being the property, and receive grading and drainage design approval for the proposed site improvements from the city engineer to ensure water runs on it. So any of this work, whatever happens, though it looks like it's graded, if our engineer finds out, no, that's draining off into this area right here, they will likely ask for that to be addressed in the permit.
Okay, so the grading and drainage question applies only to the proposed site, not the rest of the property.
Correct.
Okay. Does that answer your question?
Not really, but that's all right. I'm trying to figure out why that parcel's been up there for this period of time, and we don't have any idea where that, if there have been previous drainage or issues of any kind to make that a criteria for that piece for the site improvement. Because it looks like the only site improvement he's doing is putting up a fence itself. And I don't think putting up a chain link fence with privacy strips through it would cause a
alter the land enough to, yeah, sure.
So I'm just trying to wrap that around a little bit.
Well, commissioners, if water, we don't know how that's been graded, what could be moved, but we need to ensure that we've got a condition that if it does increase drainage, they might have to fill out to level it out, and get the water to go in the right direction. It's a new use. So we would just want to make sure, or if something changes in 20 years from now, we've got that language in place that says, wait a minute, we're getting a heck of a lot more runoff all of a sudden. Up there, for instance, this was a cave, it would run off a lot faster. And that could create others. So we need to make sure that we're not exacerbating any current problems or opening up and allowing future issues to occur. Anybody full of building for a fence, and then we're going to look at the grading and drain blocks on your fence. And so to that point, you mentioned I would not recommend slatted fencing. It just doesn't hold up over time. These outdoor storage uses, you can look around the community, are probably some of the longest running active business uses, or just property use in many areas. They tend to, once they're approved, they don't go away. You're looking at 70 years plus potentially. So I would say something more permanent that doesn't become a maintenance issue ongoing, and that can have an appearance of finished appearance. I wasn't completely familiar with the fact that you can see that hillside from that slope. So you can see where that slope is graded right there. And then they're going to put the fence up on top of that slope and make sure it drains away from that slope. So in that situation, you look from the end of this street that feeds this neighborhood, and you can see that.
So what kind of fencing are we privacy to it. So it sounds to me like what Dana's saying, much more elaborate than changing.
Yeah, I guess the only question is that I'm not too sure the expanse or the degree of grading and drainage, runoff mitigation, if you will. I'm not exactly sure what the caliber of that requirement is.
And per the condition, the city engineer and building official will plan. So that's, and our code, all codes say you can't drain water, you can't aggravate drainage situations from one property to another. So I'm just showing you here's that hill slope. We're looking at placing a wall on top of that slope. You can see obviously this wall. From that neighborhood subdivision, so, you know, there's some chain link, looks like he's erected up there or something on top of the wall. And then he also has a wall existing back there.
But that's what I'm confused about, Dana. What kind of fencing are you saying is going up there?
I recommend a solid block wall.
That makes a big, huge difference in cost and any kind of cost effective of doing that, and
Well, the wall is the commission's prerogative, so you can discuss them with yourselves as appropriate.
You're talking
So
about
what-
some kind of block wall, I mean, you're talking about thousands of dollars worth of differentiation in block fence would potentially cause drainage issues if we were to speak to the engineer more likely than not, whereas chain link fence would not. I mean, you're still gonna have run through with chain link like you would in other property. And in addition to that, we're also, I don't think that this is, I saw both of them get rather shocked look on their faces, so I don't think that this is a discussion that they've had before with regards to what kind of fencing goes up there, and it's not clear in this either, because it says 8-foot high screen wall, that is not a block fence.
See, we didn't put that, we, from the beginning, it's been a 6-foot chain link fence that would make privacy, so you
I'm
can't
not
see.
sure, to be honest, if that 6 foot might be high enough, but I do think that.
It's high enough for
DPS, that's DPS, highway patrol regulations for DPS impound yards, 6 feet. Chain
Did
link.
you put that into your application? I did not see that.
I put, I just put in a chain link fence with privacy screening, so nothing will be visible from any direction. This property up there where I'm proposing to put the impound yard has been leveled off for 15 years. And there's never been any drainage issues with that section of this property. And the only thing I'm proposing is to put a chain link fence up with privacy screening, which is not going to affect the drainage in any way, shape, or
Your
form.
intention is to mostly keep everything from view.
Exactly, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Construction. Fencing, block fencing is going to be construction.
Yes. That impound yard will be so far away from the public view, nobody's gonna see it. They couldn't see it if I didn't put a fence around it, but I want to. You know, I wanna put a fence, privacy screen, so nobody can see it's even there. That's what.
My suggestion is to table this until we can get a little bit more additional information, have a further conversation with Dana about what his reason is for fencing.
In my opinion, there is absolutely no reason for a block wall whatsoever.
And I
You're talking a difference between probably $4,000 for the privacy, the fence, the chain link fence with privacy, or $50,000 for an unnecessary block wall. There's privacy fencing all over this town in commercial use. And that's right next to the highway. This is completely up on a mountain that nobody can even see.
Right, and I understand what you're laying to for sure.
Yes.
And I do definitely am taking to heart what you're saying. I am kind of confused, I understand I'm new at some things that definitely.
You're doing great, you're doing great.
You know, learn some of this stuff, but I think would be different in the pricing of what potentially the city may be requesting from you. I think that this commission needs to get additional information instead of just saying, we're leaving out section 3, we're leaving out section 4, because I don't think we need to have an operable vehicle in there. I think that can be reworded to say something to the effect of 90 days or something along those lines. I think that is a good compromise between the city and between you guys. And knowing that the city would be protected with not having derelict vehicles, we all know that looks like crap whenever, even if you can't see it. It still starts affecting things over a period of time, and this makes it a larger problem. And I don't understand the fencing at all, and I think we need to that would be my recommendation.
Well, first off, I would like to say that I probably would second the idea of a time constraints, and you mentioned that that's probably what you want as well, if you've got business if we're moving. So, but I also want to mention that what's on the table before us right now is I know Dana did mention a block wall, but what is specifically on the table in written form is seeing this an 8-foot high screen wall. That's not specifying blocks, so approving this would not necessarily be requiring a block wall. It would be, and again, just colloquially reading a screen wall, I imagine something like a privacy fence, chain link with some mesh material as opposed to brick and mortar. What actually is supposed to constitute that is a picket fence, a chain link, wrought iron. It doesn't specify what the exact material.
Commissioner, if I could, just quickly, directly, we do prohibit chain link fence, new chain link fence in the community, with exception of industrial districts. I have the code, if you, just so you're
So
aware.
what is a screen wall? What is that?
So this is up to you. You can go with a wood, if you feel more comfortable recommending iron, wrought iron with the direct slats, which is something that was accomplished at another site previously, or some sort of slat, so it's a wrought iron fence with the cedar slats or direct slats, composite slats, that would work. You can't see through it. Can't see all the cars stored behind it. That's the goal. But like I said, chain link, we prohibited that some time ago, and we only use that for industrial properties.
So you're saying
But the idea is to be obscuring. I think it's important to come to understand, will this be visible or not from the neighborhood? I think we can see the path where the cars are stored. So you could probably see the cars on top of that path and or a fence. Now, the way the code is written, it says they'll provide adequate screening for outdoor storage uses as determined or not necessary by the planning and zoning commission. So you're going down that path, and you just figure out something that needs to be adequate screening. Obviously, your code prohibits chain link, so the P and Z commission recommending chain link would be a recommendation based around code, and not something I would recommend.
Well, I can also interpret high screen walls to be the red stuff that they use on construction sites. So that's what I'm saying. I think we give them an opportunity to do some additional research. I think we need to do some. I still have questions. So I don't know, can we table this? So
I have
Need a motion to table, or unless,
I would disagree. I think putting forward, as that's been written, a screen wall, I think gives them the opportunity to come back with a solution that fits within our current code, which would just be the only requirement is that it can't do chain link fence with slats in it. Almost anything else is allowed currently.
Yeah, so I guess with the generic or vagueness of that language, screen wall could be anywhere from
a wooden fence
to wrought iron to a block wall, and if you'd like to avoid rushes, they would be definitely probably allows for a multitude of potential possibilities rather than focusing on one specific type of material or one specific type of style of fence, and they're bound to do that one and only fence. But at the time being, as Ms. Burkhart showed, it looks like any other zoning other than industrial chain link or wire fence in general appears to be prohibited based on that ordinance. So based on how that's written, some other solution would wrought iron block walls, something like that.
And I understand that Justin is saying that, we can go ahead and vote on this and say that they have to, before everything is granted, I'm assuming what you're saying, that they would have to provide us information of what kind of additional fencing they would be looking at. But then, to me, the question comes up that if we, depending upon what kind of fencing that they do put up there, it may affect what we have for them to be compliant with regards to number 2 on the recommended motion. So I think the fencing is kind of the central thing in my.
I disagree on that as well. I think that second stipulation on creating and drainage with civil engineering signing off on that is a standardized language that we'd use across any commercial property and any development. That's really just restating the fact that this is important as part of this process, because they would have to do it, I think, with any submittal they would make to the city for what the land use would be. Since this is considered a new parcel, they'd have a new submittal for land use. I just want to make sure we're not setting bad precedents here for future, unless we do table it, because it is something I think is important. And Dana, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that would happen no matter what happens with our recommended motions today, correct?
Correct. And just based on the history of drainage and things like that, you can see fill spoils on the property, and we want to make sure our owner is comfortable. And that would happen regardless. If they came in and said, hey, just want to put a fence up around my backyard. Okay, show us where it's going, and they would still go through that process. Now, because it's several acres on the hillside, and they're obviously going to be grading. So anytime you touch the earth is when engineering becomes involved. Grading wise.
I just want to make sure we don't delay this for these folks, because I know they want to get back to normal business. And if we delay this a month, it delays it a month for them all the same. I'd rather them have the ability to find a way to move forward quickly.
Chairman, I'd like to make one comment if I may. I think maybe we're expanding beyond our scope here, because in Provision 2, we're saying that all of this is subject rating and design to the city's civil engineer, the city engineer for sure. I guess my point is, maybe we're a little outside of our scope here. Dana's written this in there. This is subject to expertise in engineering beyond our. As far as the wall is concerned, the only difference, in my humble opinion, between a concrete wall and some sort of privacy fence is that the concrete wall will rarely need maintenance. Privacy wall would require occasional maintenance because of wind and tear and damage. I've got one in my side garden. So if we could rewrite that, item number 1 is to construct and maintain an 8-foot wide wall. That way, down the road, we can see a vision where it would be maintained as opposed to something that's indestructible.
So simply adding the language and maintain along with just a future proof it, so to speak.
That would be my suggestion.
Definitely a fair point. It looks like Dana did add that language to her first provision. Data might be good to highlight and maintain, just so we know it's
I'm sorry, did I miss it?
He's
He's highlighting it right.
I personally think.
So I changed the screen fence and flashlight.
Yep.
So,
Would we, this moves us down to number 3, where you put in the 90-day storage of violation. Since this is a special use of a site here with a towing and storage yard, would we move that to something that's much longer than that, 120 days, a full year, 1 calendar year? Because I know there's got to be cases out there where cars are in accidents and they sit in probably for a year as they go through negotiations. Not that I'm sure they want to have them for a year, but.
Yeah, we had that conversation. No, because as Justin said, these move, it's not a storage yard. Well, it's also a storage yard, it's holding while they're in process, whatever that process is. Law enforcement, broken down, whatever it is, so there needs to be, we have a lot of experience with this in Blue.
Okay, good. I'm
There
leaving
needs
that.
to be a time frame, certain, yeah. Because our code prohibits people storing junk vehicles on the property, commercial or residential.
I guess
for the sake of inclusivity, I would actually like to, I believe they already touched on this, but I'd like to ask the applicants how they feel on 90 days.
I think 180 days is probably appropriate. 180 days is
180 days, just in those extreme situations, and they're few and far between, but.
We're talking 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
The rest of them are gonna roll in and out, week 45.
I just wanted the commission to be aware of how that provision affects.
Dana, could we modify, I'm not quite sure the extent of which we have the ability to do here, but if we modify that to say 180 days is a violation of this permit with a land use, a tow yard or something like that, something that stipulates exactly what the land use is. I don't know if that would help make you feel more comfortable.
Well, that's all outdoor automotive storage with following conditions. I don't know what our, I'm sure, how about we do 120 days? You really need half a year to sit on a broken vehicle. Sure, we can do 180. All feels comfortable with that. But, you know, keep in mind, we have to identify.
Right.
Too. And then that's when clock's ticking. So, I think if we had 90 days, we're not gonna start that clock until 180 anyway, once we realize it. So you say 180, I'm looking at a year.
Okay.
Honestly, like I said, this isn't my first rodeo. By the time we figure out, they haven't been moving the cars out, they're going in, but they're not moving out. I think we see how that's happened on this property.
Okay.
You can make any motion you want. I'm just letting you know it's still a difficult thing on the board.
I appreciate the expertise. I would be willing to 90, because I understand that you probably won't notice it for 6 months anyways.
When we want to approach it on an annual turnover rate, always gonna have dogs and stays there longer than one to, but what is the average in and out?
Tell you what.
90 days, under 90 days usually. Like I tried to explain before, if it's a wrecked vehicle, the insurance picks up, it's there 7 to 14 days. If it's not, we have to do the abandonment process, it's there 60 days. We get a title, we ship it out. So, you know, there's rare situations where it takes a little bit longer sometimes. There's some snag with the abandoned vehicle process through ADOT, takes a little bit longer, but
just did one in January. If you just did one in January, you bet Valid and not get the title. So there's a 5-month or 6-month span right there.
And that was an ADOT thing, it wasn't something that we didn't do properly, just ADOT regular, yeah, had issues with it or whatever case was, but that's right, very good. So.
The point is, they're not gonna be stacking up, there might be one delay. 90 days is probably fine, I don't see it as a problem.
And there's a waiting process, correct, Dana? If we give them notice in 90 days, we notice that there's probably already been there a few months. Again, it's not until behind a screen wall, we probably won't see it a whole lot. But if they can show proof that there's in process happening, that anything would be waived, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter anyways.
I was willing to go to 180 if that includes all the cars on that entire property. Because it doesn't sound like those are going anywhere anytime soon.
There's none there, you're welcome to drive over there and look.
Okay, well, good, thank you very much. It looks much worse on the
None there.
2019 Google aerials, okay. Easy with yeah, we're not waiting. And we can see, that's the change. Most of these other properties, all of the properties, it's obvious if you drive by and know. That's clearly gonna be difficult with the screen. And not that they violation, they have a business that they run, and this is how it runs, these cars in and out. So we wanna keep that business moving.
Danny, correct me if I'm wrong, we're trying to just make sure we don't set a bad precedence here.
Yes.
Okay.
And not create a
Yep.
scenario.
Somewhere else, another situation.
You got that.
And then did you want to add the stipulation in there for the access easement to ensure it encompasses both entryways into the new property? Or is that in there?
I'm gonna leave it up to the, if you're okay, I'll provide all other emergency vehicle serving and dust control over access easement as determined by the, fire marshal.
Okay.
Because they're the ones that need to get in and out.
Right. I just thought it was a split roadway there, so make sure we're not leaving something off for future years. Not saying y'all are gonna have any issues with current property owners, but in 60 years, it could be a whole different ballgame.
Well, I can see the fire being concerned, you're gonna have a lot of combustible material back there once things get to a period. So they'll probably look at that. If they need to get back there to suppress.
I don't understand your business model at all, but I appreciate what you're trying to do. Do you, is your profit better if you turn vehicles or let them sit?
Oh, definitely turn, they're not making it.
I'm assuming you're incentivized absolutely to turn vehicles, right?
Absolutely.
The longer they sit there, the more they cost you. As a city, we just don't want to set a precedent to have an issue 12 years down the road. So you can see our side of it.
Well, it's a small storage facility, you can't afford to let them sit there very long. You know, I had 15 acres to work with, I could let them sit as long as I wanted. You know, until the price of metal came up on whatever, he doesn't work like I did. You know, he moves them out quickly. Do you like everything on the list?
Still, I think, mention the connections unstable. Okay, sorry. I saw the notification that the connection was unstable.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. I hear you guys talking about that. We have like an option other than the chain link fence. I mean, I was fine with that. If you're saying that DPS was standard 6 foot, did they use the chain link fence too, or? I was fine with that, even since it's not chain. But we have an option for,
Just cost more, the option just cost a lot more, not a little bit more, a lot more. Well, the block wall does, but I don't. Yeah, I'm sure wrought iron's gonna cost a lot more than a chain link fence would. You know, wrought iron's not cheap. Wood fence, that's gonna, a lot more maintenance, you're gonna be having to replace the wood in a wood fence.
But apparently the chain link's not an option.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, everywhere in this town has chain link fence, you know? Ace Hardware just put up a bunch of new chain link fence. I didn't know that was an issue, but. But this is approved, it would help us where it doesn't stretch it out further. We're gonna have to work with those. Yeah, I mean, as I explained to Dana, we're kind of in a time crunch. My current location, I have a lease coming up, renewal in 2.5 months, and they don't do month to month. So either I sign another year lease or I get out. So this is very important that we get this done so we can, you know, build whatever type of fence we need or whatever's gonna make the city happy so we can move on. I had a deal in place with Mr. Pete Autonetto, property right over here next to 60 Motors. For the same use that we're talking about now, and this was 4 years ago when the city rejected it. For the main reason, the only reason, is it was a C2 zone, not C3. So, sat there at the round table here next door with everybody, and they told me at that point, I need to go over to him, because that's the only C3 zone in town. That's where I need to be. So now here we are, trying to make a deal. I didn't anticipate any problems whatsoever, because the city sat there and told me, that's where you need to go. You won't have any problem if you go over there, but this is C2, you can't come here. Okay? So, again, time is very, very important, because I don't want to have to sign another year lease that I don't need. Would consider that, I would appreciate it. We definitely need to try to get approval as quick as possible so we can start doing what we need to do.
I would say I would be ready to move forward with the motion if everybody else is comfortable.
Well, we still need the public hearing first, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they're just speaking as applicants, but we still need to open the board for the public hearing. So unless anyone else in the commission has the applicant done, but if anyone else has questions for the applicants, we'll get it done. I'll let Dana finish, if we need to discuss, provision 5.
All right, that makes sense.
We are just
about to open
for public hearing. The floor is now open for public comments. We just had a couple walk out. I'm not sure if anyone's planning on that. But that might be for that, but there was a lot to discuss here. I believe all that's left is the applicants and Kelly, if there's anything else.
Nothing online, Chip.
Go ahead and close the public hearing. And
Dana, can we make that new piece you just added there its own line item stipulation?
Yes.
That way we are sure it does not just encompass under 5 there.
Well, it's relatively.
Dana, we lost your sound.
Dana. See if he comes back here. Yeah. What's that? Yeah, let's give it a couple seconds. He should reconnect. It might be a little warm down there by his house. Nope, there he goes. Hey, Dana, we lost you for a second, so anything you may have said in the past 30 seconds was not captured here.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. So go ahead and Mr. Chairman, where were we?
Justin,
we lost you, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure where it cut off, but we just closed the public hearing on our side, closed the public hearing, and asked the commission if there were any additional questions or moving out of the motion.
And Commissioner Acevedo answered the question.
I did. So the question I asked was, do we want to include the language he's adding on number 5 to the bottom of number 3, or create its own line item? And then Dana and Jeff started explaining.
Yes. So, to that point, I just finished up item number 5. This conditional use permit shall only apply to the proposed parcel as shown in Exhibit B, which, as parcel B. So that's just proposed acquisition. So this is all these conditions, everything is just tied to this parcel that will be created in the future. Near future. Other than that, we've got the all other servicing at the discretion of the fire marshal for the emergency access easement. And then we included the construct and maintain an 8-foot screen fence wall. And I'll work with it as long as it's solid. I'll maintain it and you're good. If that makes sense. Oh, and then unregistered operable vehicles behind the fence. It's gonna be hard for us to figure it out, but anyway, I don't think that's gonna be an issue.
And Dana, you're kind of going soft there. Use your library or your outside voice.
Sorry. That's it. Everything we read, we did the new additions, and if there's any further discussion, please, the motion. Feel free.
One question if I may.
Then can you go back?
Is 8 foot?
Yeah.
Since we're going with a solid positive block, is 8 foot the only option? Is 6 foot an option?
Yeah, we don't get a lot of trucks and stuff like that, right?
We don't do any semis at all.
Tell you what, let's do 6 feet, just make sure there's none visible from the, I'll throw this in there, that none of the tops of the vehicles will be visible from the neighboring subdivision. Sound good? So if they're like, oh, great, semi, and sit back there a while, you know,
There's no semis at all.
I didn't have that concern until I saw that.
There you go. He's frozen again.
I think he did mention that he's adjusting it right now, 6 foot. Dana, if you can hear us, your mic cut out.
Dana, can you hear us okay?
Dana?
Yeah, you cut out for a second or two.
Put your feet over there, because Justin and I are hearing each other.
Yeah, so far so good on my end.
No vehicles shall be visible from no stored vehicles.
Dana, you may want to cut off your video feed. That might help.
or from
Looks like their application should be on our.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it might be on our side. Well, so I'm sure Dana would like to say, is there a motion?
He's almost done.
Okay.
There you go. There, so yeah, we knocked it down to 6, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we,
We knocked it down to 6 feet, fence or wall, on the screen, tell me what you want to do, and then, ready, and then, no stored vehicles shall be visible from the properties in the subdivision to the west, sorry. Perfect. So, yeah, so if you get an issue, just pull them back a little, pop cars back, or trucks back a little, just so they can't see it from down now. All right?
Yes, sir.
Are we good? We have a motion?
I will make a motion to approve case UP 2303 with the following 6 stipulations, as we have heavily discussed today.
My second.
Motion was seconded. We shall move on to a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Did we get Justin?
I think we froze.
Justin, can you hear me? I think we lost you.
I'm gonna text it.
Okay.
Now, I'm just going to do this as a formality for the record. I have a history in living in a nearby neighborhood in the Pioneer Hill subdivision. So as a formality, I would like to abstain from voting, although it perhaps does not matter at this point effectively. But I wanted to just be transparent and mention that I live in a neighborhood nearby. So I think it's in good faith for me to abstain.
No, did we still have a quorum for the vote?
So,
One, abstain, rest were ayes. Vote has passed. So, and thank you for speaking.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
Take care of it. Thank you. Very good job. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your help the other day too.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
anytime.
Okay, so future agenda items scheduled meetings. Shelley? That you or?
That would be Dana.
Dana.
Dana?
Yeah. So if,
Oh,
Sorry, video, if you're having trouble, tell me. I think it is on there. All right.
so Dana, we're at the future agenda items. If there's anything you wanted to make the commission aware that's on the horizon?
We got one use permit that just got advertised, it'll be advertised next week in the paper for benign, relatively benign conversion of an office, house, that uses an office. I'm telling you too much information, back to a house, and it's in a CBD district, in a neighborhood. So, that's all that I have right now, so, and then, I'm out next week on vacation before school starts for the kids, so. Probably won't be a lot of things ending up on the agenda, but we can start the discussion, if you guys wanna go ahead and direct me, I understand. We should look at the various wall opportunities, or front yard fence opportunities that are, best practices, and what you might feel is good. I can put something together for that.
That would be wonderful.
All right.
Looking at how we can adjust the setbacks, things like that, because it also creates a more conducive street frontage. I would argue to not have fences all up along the street frontage and have setbacks on those for planting.
And you can create incentives if people do wanna have some sort more privacy, that's, let's get some landscaping and fun things like that, that'll help enhance if it has to happen, so. We'll look at the various, and I've got some experience in hillside or terrace walls, things like that, and deal with these, front yard retaining walls as well, so I'll get everything out on the table and I'll have a discussion on that, and then it sounds like also the public, how about I just do a quick presentation, we'll bring in, Public Works possibly, or city engineer, Public Works, regarding off-site improvements, or should we just stick with the walls for now? Or front yard?
I think that'd be great on my side.
I think it would be great too, because I think that as we start getting potential more investors in here, these are questions that are gonna come up more often. So addressing them now instead of having to do it while we're in the middle of our, looking at our conditional use permits and stuff, I think would be hugely beneficial.
I do have some concerns about the equitability of private entities approving public assets. We understand it in cases where that's warranted, but it's worth a discussion.
I'll plan that, excellent, we have presentations, 2 presentations for you on that agenda.
And then Dana, do you want to continue sidebarring on the landscape ordinance? I know we haven't gotten that in 3 weeks.
So then we will follow up with you and let you know that I was told that I need to follow up, that the city received a grant to solicit landscape, drop dollar landscape planning, ordinance.
Oh, there we go.
Let me follow up with you at the next meeting on that as well, and see where that's at, and if that's moving forward, or if we need to get ahead and go ahead and put something together.
Awesome.
Good. Well, it was a good meeting, everybody. Those were tougher ones than I thought they would be, but,
And,
I want to thank everyone for welcoming that is very much appreciated.
and Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, want to thank Eric Bowman for manning the cameras there while our IT person is doing vacation time. And to the 2 people listening at home, one of them being, we are working on a new microphone system that'll be easier to pick up and catch more of the sound. We just gotta make, so we're working on that. We are budgeting money to do an improvement on that. I know that the sound quality is not the best, and we're it picks up, especially when you watch the video afterwards.
So we're working on that.
Yeah, we can all hear each other.
Yeah.
Anything else we may need to discuss next time we gather around? I don't think I have anything at the moment myself, so good motion to adjourn.
I would check.
All right, motion seconded. Nice meeting. Now we're